Another big problem with the Wii U. Shit, I just had it. Ah, fuck. I swear I just had it, and
the
then
name.
Okay, that's
What
it.
the
Branding.
fuck is a Wii U?
That's what I was going to say. Is their branding, and which again I think they learned a lot in the Switch. But the Wii U, I freaking actually just before this recording, I talked to my girlfriend. I said we're gonna do a thing on the Wii U, and she's like, "You mean like the thing with the one remote that you play around with?" I'm like, "No. That's the Wii. I mean the Wii U." She's like, "What the fuck is the Wii U?" And she knew what it was. It just took her a second to connect the dots that is like the Wii 2 or the second edition of the Wii. Like it's very confusing.
They were trying to bank so hard because like the Wii did so good in terms of console sales. They were trying to bank so hard on that, and it was like the Wii U branding was so confusing because it came out and the Wii U like they were like, okay, so we're getting the hardcore audience back, you know, Assassin's Creed 3, Mass Effect 3, Zombie U, you know, Batman Arkham City, oh fuck yeah. And then like as soon as the thing started tanking, all the third parties jumped ship, and then Nintendo flipped the script and they were like, it's the family console, and all the commercials all the commercials had kids being like, this is why you should buy a Wii U, parents, you know. And it's like, okay, so are you gonna bring the hardcore audience back, or are you gonna appeal to the casuals like you did with the Wii? Like,
and then they announced Amiibos, and you said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it was just a very confusing time with the branding, and again, nobody knew what the fuck a Wii U was.
We'll make this quick.
Family time's dropping fast, people.
Boo!
Time to upgrade to Wii U.
With Wii U, we can play Super Mario 3D World.
Find secrets with the Wii U gamepad.
And did we mention togetherness?
Just check out the simulation.
Whoa.
I look good.
Look at that. Yeah, I look like I've been upgraded.
Get the gift of family when you upgrade to Wii U for $299.99. Game ready to eat.
That's a real problem when you're trying to sell games for consoles that people don't know exist.
I think that's something that they've done really well with the Switch, is that I haven't seen too many Switch commercials that are like kids being like, parents, you should buy a Switch. You know, they're mainly like just like normal people just like, yeah, we're playing a game on the Switch, you know.
Yeah.
Can I just give you guys some like pushback that's going through my head? You know, with the Wii, I think, you know, you look at the Wii and on surface level, it's like this thing sold so many units. It's got 10 games in the millions. Wii Sports was packaged with everything. I don't think the Wii was as strong as it was in its first 2 to 3 years, and it was starting to lose traction. I don't know that the Wii U solved that problem, but I think it provided a stopgap to the Switch, which has inevitably solved that problem.
But they were still trying to bank on that Wii audience, though. That was not there anymore, really, because the Wii had kind of, like you said, it kind of faded towards its later years, which happened, you know. The Wii sales were, you know, like, the Wii game sales were down quite a bit.
I guess my thing is, what would they have done instead?
Oh, that's a tough call.
Yeah, they put themselves in such a weird predicament, because the Wii was like, even if it did do worse later on, it's still kind of seen as like the family console. You know, it's seen as like, you know, oh, grandma has a Wii to play, you know, Wii Sports and Fit, and oh, but then little Jimmy can play, you know, whatever, and this and that. And so I think from jumping from the Wii to like, you know, if they did like another console that was like a big budget, like hardcore console, I think it would have felt a little jarring in a sense.
Yeah. They painted themselves in a huge corner with the Wii. By being so innovative, you can't really return to being like another GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't. Well, I guess what should they have done instead is the Switch, I guess, and it would have been a product of its time. I'm not sure what it would have been.
I don't know. I mean, because I guess the Wii U games are on Switch. I don't know, but I don't know if the world was ready for the Switch at that time. I wonder.
I think we were ready. I think that's what we thought the Wii U was going to be, in a sense. You know, when they first showed off the tablet and they first showed off the idea of like playing on the couch without the TV and, or, you know, whatever, and it's just kind of like, oh, that's cool, you know, all this other stuff. And then like it all turned out to be really clunky and not as enjoyable as it seemed. And then the Switch. That's why I double taked when the Switch came out, because it was like, oh, you kind of already promised us this. And then the Switch actually did it. It was like, here's an actual like handheld home console.
Yeah, it's funny.
Here's something.
Oh, go ahead.
So
sorry.
go ahead. No, yeah.
I was gonna say, it's funny you called the Wii U a stopgap after the Wii. I almost think it's a half step, kind of like what Alex is saying, to the Switch. It's like a weird. It's kind of both in a weird way. It's like if the Switch and the Wii U had a baby, or sorry, if the Switch and the Wii had a baby, it'd be the Wii U. It'd be the Wii U.
Yeah, I can see
like,
that.
what the hell is this like 3-headed monster that they just created? It's really weird.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.